Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is Rev Trev. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to be talking about there's lots of Demko. He's not going to be ready for the regular season. Say what? The Canucks are talking about which goaltenders to add to the roster. Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. Let's talk. So everyone, we're just sitting here and we're talking about the Vancouver Canucks and goaltending. That's right. The one thing that we have, not one, many things that we have strengths in, goaltending is a strength. Thatcher Demko is a Vezina nomination candidate person out of finalist. Finalist is the word I'm looking for. And was second in voting this year. He is a superstar, as you've heard me say a million times. He is the difference maker. The problem is he's struggled with injuries in his career, and apparently he's still struggling with injury. We've talked about that this week. But what we haven't talked about is who Vancouver is literally looking at to bring onto the team. And this is absolutely important conversation, interesting. I wouldn't say riveting, but I would say important conversation on who are we going to bring in to our organization. And there's a bigger question. Why are we bringing someone in when we have such great young talent? But before we get into that, everyone, I want to talk about a little bit of Canuck news. And Canuck news number one is Sammy Blais. Sammy Blais, baby, is sitting here with the Vancouver Canucks. He's signed. He's a PTO, and he is trying out for the Vancouver Canucks. Sammy Blais has played a number of good seasons in the NHL, has had significant impact in games in the regards of his physicality. And so he's trying out. He's with the Abbotsford Canucks. He signed a contract, or not a contract, a contract to try out. I don't know how it all works. All I know is Sammy Blais, it said, had been signed today, and he's going to try out for our team. The question is he going to play for Vancouver? Now, that will be determined. He's going to be at the training camp. He's going to be able to he's going to be given a shot. You don't just bring a guy in because you're like, hey, we're kind of bored and we need. No, this team, I was kind of surprised. Everyone's been talking regarding PTOs that there were goaltenders, and today they surprised us with Sammy Blais. Sammy Blais. Now, who could he replace? Maybe he can replace someone on the roster like PDG, or you know what I mean, like those kind of guys. The fourth line dudes he could replace, but maybe he's just the healthy scratch guy. He's like Friedman on the defense. And so it's going to be interesting to see how he plays, how he performs. And some people are like, well, what is this PTO about? Think about Phil Kessel. We brought in Phil Kessel at the end of the year to see if he could play for us. It was determined he couldn't, so they didn't offer him a contract. The other news is pretty fun news, don't you think? Congratulations to Captain Quinn Hughes for being the cover athlete of NHL 25. Now, we know that his brothers are also on the deluxe edition, but it's really Hughes that is the main character there. And so if you buy the deluxe, you have Hughes in the middle of his two brothers. But here is what NHL 25 looks like. Congrats, Quinn Hughes, for doing that. The last person, Vancouver Canuck, to make it onto the NHL cover athlete was for EA Sports was Marcus Naslund, our captain. And so awesome to see. Congratulations. I think that's big news. So congrats to him on being the cover athlete. Now I wanted you to notice something. It's the black skate jersey, everyone. You notice it wasn't the Orca? That's not good marketing for them, right? They want the best looking jersey, and he's wearing the best looking jersey in the whole NHL, everyone. Let's just look at this again. The best jersey in the NHL, the black skate jersey. I'm hoping that they bring not only back the black skate jersey, but I want to see at least the white skate jersey come in. I don't think they have any plans this year of doing it, but I'd love to see the white skate jersey come in and for a number of games as well. I'd buy the white skate jersey for sure, for sure. So congrats to Quinn. That's my newest jersey right now. Quinn Hughes wore it last night. I thought I'd wear it again tonight. Okay. Now, before we dive into everything else, I do want to give a quick couple Rev Trev story time. Okay. In regards to EA Sports and NHL, I love playing that game. I love playing the franchise, but my favorite has been a number of them, but was the GM mode where you could play online with your friends. I built a league with friends who loved playing EA Sports NHL, and we had a league together, and you could trade, you could and yet playing games. It was hard to set up games to play with, try to get everyone to play their games each week before it advanced. But boy, I think that was the funnest time playing NHL. And then the other one is I remember when I was in grade 11, it was the first time I ever snuck out of school. I skipped school for the first time to go in my car with my friends, and we drove to their house and we played Sega Genesis NHL 93. And 94, no, NHL 94, and that is regarded as one of the best EA Sports NHL games of all time. And I was hooked and I was addicted. And so I've enjoyed playing the game. Tell me what your favorite moments are of playing the game. Now, some of you are like, we're not here to talk about video games, but that's significant that Quinn Hughes is the cover guy for that. That's pretty cool. Also, if you like Canucks content that is passionate, realistic, and honest, please hit the like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,500 subscribers, and I'd appreciate you. Also, could you do me a favor? Could you recommend me to others? Could you say, hey, if you find a Canucks fan, say, have you watched Kempner Canucks? That would go a long way. But you can also follow me on my socials, Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, and just follow me on at Kempner Canucks, and that's where you'll find me. So Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. Okay, let's dive in to this, and we're going to go through a number of goalies. Okay, that the Canucks have been rumored to be interested in, and we've got a number of comments here that I'm going to get into here, everyone. I love having conversations with people in the live streams, but if you're watching this later, I love to go over some of these comments to keep the conversation going. I also comment on comments on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on X as well. So please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. But here's the big question that I'd love you to answer. And I know what a lot of you are going to answer this way, but would you want one of these goalies that we're going to talk about to be added, or should we just ride the waves with Sheelos and Patera? Like that is a huge, like, how long is Demko going to be out, right? And that's the big question that we're going to be answering. Well, I can't answer that question, that we're all wondering, right? We're absolutely wondering how long is he going to be out for? And they kind of seem a little bit hush-hush. So write in the comments if you want, and you not right away. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's your life, but maybe you want to see some. I'm going to talk about each player here. So, but what is the injury that Demko is struggling with? It seems, again, so hush-hush. What is going on with Thatcher Demko? We were told that he was going to be playing in the third round against Dallas if we beat the Edmonton Oilers, and here we are. He's still injured. So there was no chance that he was going to come and play for our Vancouver Canucks against Dallas. It was going to be the Shelovs show. And he played very, very well. I just think that Demko's a difference maker, and we would have beat the Edmonton Oilers if we had him in that series. Like I had predicted, he was going to come back in that series. I was wrong, but yeah, boy, we missed Demko. Not that Shelovs played bad, but I just think Demko is better. He's better at this stage. So here's the latest report, and we're going to go through a number of names, 4 names specifically, but I want us to talk about these names here, but the first one is this. The latest report is we're hearing now the goalie target is Kevin Lankinen. And Lankinen, this is Dollywall that has been reporting that. Some people say, oh, he should just stick to commentary or to talking about the Canucks. What does he know? He's not an insider. Listen, Dollywall is definitely an insider in Vancouver land. He gets a lot of things right. So I believe, is he 100% accurate? It's really hard to be. I don't think the Canucks are specifically talking to him, but he knows people that know people. He reports it to the people. I love Dollywall. I love Donnie and Dollywall. Great show. I'm a big fan of a lot of Canucks content. And so I watch a lot of it. But Lankinen, let's talk about who is Kevin Lankinen and would he be a good fit? Okay. So he is 6'2", 185 pounds. He's 29 years old. And good dude. Good dude, a good player. Not necessarily great at this stage. He got drafted by the Chicago Blackhawks, by the way. I have his rookie card. Now, where did I put it? It's got to be here somewhere. No, Iverson rookie card, Shaq rookie card. Okay, no. Where is my Lankinen one? I think it's here somewhere. Or did I take him out? I've got some awesome ones, guys. I've got DiPietro. Let's go. Jalen Chatfield. Okay, Jalen Chatfield. Anyways, I got a Lankinen card here somewhere, and I don't know where I put it. But if you want to see, I've got one of the early versions of the Shaq card. But I've got it somewhere here or in my collection, and of course I think it's in my different spot. I don't have it here, so I'll just look at it in just a second. But anyways, the point is I have it. And by the way, I just found out I have a marquee rookie of Connor Ingram. Isn't that cool? But yeah, just looking through my young guns here, and there he is. I found it. I was going to do this before the stream started. I wonder if you can see this well. Can you see this well, everyone? No, you can't. There we go. Put the name is closer. It's because it's in this case and it's getting shining on. You can see it. Anyways, this is why I want him to come to Vancouver. So this thing is worth something. Or else you're going to put it in my bike spokes. Bike spokes. So who is he? So he was started with Chicago, played 2 years with Chicago, everyone. And he played 37 games with Chicago. Then he played 32 games with Chicago, and then he went to Nashville, only playing 19 games, NHL games, and 24 games. He's played 112 NHL games. He's started 101. He's got 45 wins, 43 losses. His save percentage is .905. He's got 3 shutouts in his careers in his 4 seasons playing here. So that's who he is. And so the reason why I bring this up, that link, trying to find that card was way too much. I do apologize, but I was just too cool not to say. Oh, not too cool. I'm just It's the only time I can talk about this card. Okay. So the question is, would he be a great fit? And I think the answer is he would be. Now, would he be touted as being better than She Loves? I think Patera, he'd be a better fit than Patera. We've got a lot of goalies in Vancouver right now with Tolopilo, with Ty Young. We've got, all these guys that are sitting in their system. And it's a little scratch your headish with this, but Lankinen, they're saying they want a veteran goaltender. Now, he can be considered 4 years in. Is that a veteran? I don't think so. So it's interesting how Lankinen is considered the front runner, and he is very talented, don't get me wrong, but he needs opportunity. Now, I want to show you something. David wrote a great article he's from Canucks Army about these goalie possibilities, and he said who they pick up and sign, who they pick up is a sign about Demko's health. I'm going to be posting this in the comments on YouTube, on the description. The link will be there. So if you want to read this, please go ahead and check it out. But now let's just see what he says about Lankinen. I will start though with they start with Rantanen. This is we'll go Rantanen, Martin Jones, and Lankinen, and this is the way that he put it in the article. Okay, so he says on Rantanen, it's Ranta. Sorry, Rantanen. I'd love Rantanen on our team, but he doesn't play goal. He plays forward. Antti Ranta says if we pick up Antti Ranta, Demko isn't ready for camp. But he'll be ready for the regular season. That's why you would pick up a Ranta. I don't think it'd be worth it, but I mean, there you go. And then it talked about Martin Jones in that article as well. The thing about the Martin Jones one is he's much older. And if you think, and just like Rantanen, they're kind of like what I'd consider like old hockey men, Martin Jones and Antti Ranta. Oh, I spelled Ranta wrong there. Sorry. Ranta. Okay. So these guys are going to be considered the old men here, right? So Ranta would be Demko's ready for camp, but isn't ready for camp, but he'll be ready for the regular season. Martin Jones is a similar situation, but a bit different. And they go into talking about Martin Jones is hailing from North Vancouver, so he has that local angle attached to him. He's been a steady goaltender, he said, for the majority of his career, putting up a 9.02 save percentage through 22 games with the Toronto Maple Leafs this past season. But 34 years old, slightly younger than Ranta, and there have been rumblings that Jones may retire at some point. That's what David writes in here. And so could the Canucks offer him something that makes him consider signing with his hometown? Well, the reason why he's probably considering retiring is because nobody wants him. He's a PTO, right? He's a PTO, and it hasn't gone as well as he's hoping. Okay. So let's just look a little bit at his stats. I'll bring them up right now so we can see them. Share screen and go to Martin Jones. Okay, Martin Jones. So his current salary was $1.6 million. Obviously, he's not going to get that. All these players that are the PTO guys are looking to sign him for about $1 million. Okay, $1 million. But as you can see, he's played 11 years in the NHL. He's played in 466 NHL games. So he's got, this would be considered the veteran goaltender. And it would mean like having an older guy that Demko's not going to be out for long. If you just look at his last couple seasons, his save percentage has dropped. He went from San Jose playing quite well, goals against there, and as well in Philly, but then it starts dropping, going to Seattle, and then his worst in the last 4 years was in Toronto, but only played 22 games, 19 games started, 11-8 was the record. And so Is he a good fit for Vancouver? We're about to find out. But if they're looking for the veteran, that's what they're looking for. But let's talk about Kevin Lankinen. This is where David writes that he would be considered the cream of the crop, but why would he sign in Vancouver? If Demko is healthy in October and November, Vancouver likely isn't the type of situation that Lankinen is looking for, he says. And then he says, unfortunately, Lankinen may only sign in Vancouver if Demko is unable to play for a good chunk of the season. So that's what he's meaning by what does this mean? Whoever we sign means. So there's over 80 comments here, and I know a lot of people want to dive in, but let me just finish this out because these are the PTO guys. But there's also an option for a trade. And I don't know if you heard the news, but Askarov is available from Nashville. Now, the biggest question is, what would Askarov cost? And what do you think Nashville is wanting? Because I guess that's the same question. What would Askarov cost from Nashville? That's probably the better question. I've got two questions asking the same one. Askarov is the one that I would lean towards. I mean, Lankinen would be good as well if we're going to get a goaltender. I'm a huge Sheelov's fan. Like, I believe in his talent. I just know that he's super young. He's 23. But Askarov is potentially better than Sheelov's, and that is hard for me to say because I just absolutely love Sheelov's. I think he's going to be our next franchise goalie after a couple of years of development, depending on what we do with Demko. I also believe in Demko a lot. I think Demko is going to win us our first cup, so it's not like I want him out the door. I'm not looking to trade Demko, but I think he's going to win us our first cup. But if not, I believe in Sheelov's. But Askarov, if he produces like he's touted, this guy is absolutely amazing. Let me just show you his stats real quick. And what's weird is, I think it's weird, is why they want to get rid of him, because they took him in the first round of the 2020 NHL draft, 11th pick overall, depending on how much he wants, all that kind of stuff. So he hasn't, Sheelov's has way more experience, okay? Way more experience. So he's only played 3 NHL games. He's going to be a pretty price. But if you look at it, he was 1-1. He's got 2 wins in 3 games. There's a lot of hype for him right now, right? There's a lot of hype. And so let's also look at his height. I mean, he's got potential, right? He's only 22 years old, from Russia. I believe Milstein is his agent, but he's 6'3", 178 pounds. I like this kid a lot. So is it Asky is there, or Askarov is, I don't know what his nickname is there, but there's a lot of things. I think this is the long shot, to be honest with you, but I talked to Keith from Hockey Talk on the Rock, and he says Askarov has less big game experience currently than Sheelov's, but higher upside and potential. With Demko's nonstop injuries, it would be a strong succession plan if they went and got Askarov. That's good. He also said, so then the question is, how much would he cost? And Keith, when I was talking with him, said, I do Sheelov's plus the 4th they just got from Ottawa from Ottawa through Edmonton for the Podkolzin trade. I don't know if that'd be enough for the Nashville Predators, but I would be definitely open to that. But I have a hard time saying it because I love Sheelov so much. I love Sheelov. So after hearing all about these guys, I know it's hard to kind of understand why, but would you want one of these goalies to be added, or should we just ride the waves with Sheelov's and Patera? I'm leaning just ride the waves, but it sounds like Vancouver is very interested in Lankinen, And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's dive into some comments, everyone. It's so good. So David's here. Good to have you. Hey, everyone. It's the guy that talks about professional hockey. Is that you? Is that me? Shane, good to see you. Hope you're doing well on Vancouver Island. Great place for us to live, isn't it? Isn't it? Rome's here. Jeevan's here. Sorry, did I click on Rome? Did anyone see that? Yeah, and Michael, like, this is a good point. I love the PTOs, zero risk. You're right. This is one of the advantages. There's zero risk. So Justin says we can't have two inexperienced goalies. If Demko is going to be in and out all year, Martin Jones did play quite well for the Leafs last year. He played okay. He played okay. As you saw the numbers there. So yes, just because no one's going to pick him up, Michael. So Jeevan, I was thinking about buying the new NHL. I might have to now. Oh, I know. It says I wasn't going to pick up the new NHL, but if you're an NHL, EA Sports NHL guy, that's the one you need to do. So Adam Lee's in the building, says Demko news makes me sick. I know it sucks that he's injured. Should be cheap then. Bring back the V disco jersey, right? Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about Sammy Blaze here. I think Sammy played top 6 minutes at times for the Blues. He can play up and down the lineup. I mean, that's in theory. He has the experience. You're right, Justin. Absolutely. I don't know if they're all garbage so far. I mean, there's a reason why they're all not there. So Michael was a big fan of NHLPA 93. I like 94 a lot and 93 too, but 94 is the one. Yeah, Adam Lee's there. I have that game on Sega. Really? That's awesome. Yeah, 4 likes. Come on, everyone. Hit the like button. Used to try to get the crowd meter as high as possible in 93 by putting Tampa Bay against the Rangers because they had all the goons. That's awesome. That's awesome. Adam Lee says 15 likes are already signed. Louis Erickson. Okay, everyone. Hey, Carol. Good to see you. Welcome to the show, the channel. Love having you here. So good to have you here. Can't we use our existing goalies for a month? Yes, I agree. Let's ride the wave. Bradley wants us to pick up a new goalie, right? And Carol says you would ride the wave. Why pay for a goalie? I know. I've been wondering the same question, Adam. Totally been wondering the same question. Absolutely. You love all the new players that have been added. Yeah, there's a lot of excitement with DeBrusque, Heinen, Sherwood, Desharnais, Forbert. Who am I missing? Sprong. Now we got Blaze. There's a lot. There's a lot of people, everyone. There is a lot of people. And Demko's still having an injury to the knee. So that's the thing. So, okay. Yeah, this is new for a lot of people, Carol. So it's good for you to be here and hear all this. Demko bends the knee to no one because he can't. Michael, that's a good one. David says that Askarov incoming. Demko has had how many injuries now? I thought this one was reported as a knee injury. Yeah, I don't know. This is the point, right? Exactly what Shane's saying. I've heard Demko knee or lower body. I hate that about the NHL. Lower body or upper body. Well, that could be so many things, right? I know a lot of people do believe that Demko is broken goods. 6'2", get that. Wow. Ian Clark demands. I know. But She Loves, I think, is 6'4", isn't he? I think he's 6'4". Maybe he's even taller. It's just a good question to ask. I think this is a good question, Adam Lee. You're right, Adam. But this is the answer. Coach Rob Willie's right because Demko is still hurt. What did they say? How long it would take for him to get better? This is the big question that people are asking, Carol. This is the one where they're staying hush hush about. Absolutely. Do you think that we're a goalie graveyard? I'm not sure. but like we don't know how long yet. So does the new goalie coach have a preference? I don't know. I have no idea. By the way, I got this on my vacation. I know it gets whited out here. Isn't this super cool? I'm like, I've got to buy this through the streams. How awesome is this? I bought that as the pro hockey life, whatever store. It was awesome. So I almost drank a whole one last night. I always drink water, right? So very rarely do I drink some pop on stream, but you got to stay hydrated when you stream, people. You got to stay hydrated. So it's my water and H2O. It's great to so good. So good. I guess the organization might not have any confidence. And you know what, Adam, this is a great question that you're asking, because Shelov's, like, I feel like I have more confidence in him than they do. Because when you're only offering him $875,000 for 2 years, it kind of showed that they were like, we're not really sure yet. So, but Michael thinks that there's confidence in Shelov's, just not as consistent starter yet. I'm with you, Rome. I think Shelov's is ready for prime time. We didn't lose our goalie coach. He's in the system, but he's not day to day. He's doing scouting. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Lankinen or Jones are not good options for 1A, 1B tandems that Shelov's would need. Yeah, but it sounds like that's what they're looking for, David. So are the Canucks somehow trying to do a Vegas thing with Demko? I'm not sure. You mean like down the LTIR? I'm not sure. Yeah, at least we were solid on D. And I would say even solid in the forwards who come back, play team defense. I like that. I know a lot of people, Adam, are like you, and they're officially worried. They're officially worried about the goalie issues happening in Vancouver. It seems suspect. You're right. Michael says Jones would be a perfect fit for the situation. Be the hero early in the season, then fade to black once Demko comes back, then retire at the end of the season. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It would be a cool story if it worked out. But Rome's not interested in signing Jones. He's pretty bad. Be cool to see the hometown boy. Demko out an extra month or two. If we need to sign ex goalie, we have zero goalie depth. I know. If they go Lankinen, they might as well stick with Shelov's. Yeah, that's the question. Is Lankinen better than Shelov's? Is Lankinen the backup to Shelov's, or is Lankinen the starter over Shelov's? That's the big question, right? But you're right, Rome. Askarov is way out of the Canucks price range. I don't think he's coming, but I would love to see him here. Why in the Blue Blazes would Askarov come here? Because he got traded here. That's why. Dude poisoned the well where he was because he didn't want to play in the AHL. He'd have a pretty small role once Demko gets healthy. I mean, he could be the backup, right? He could be the backup. Lefty all around. Podkolzin thought we might get I thought we'd get a third round minimum for him. I thought we'd get a second, but you're not sad to see him go. That's for sure. You might want to watch the Podkolzin offer sheet video that I did last night with Chris. You might really enjoy that. Rome says Shelov's is ready. MVP. Yeah, like I love that guy. I love him. I think he's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Totally pumped to be in it. So he's I really do believe in his talent. And this is the thing. Latvia to a bronze medal, like this guy is the real deal. He can handle high pressure situations. I'm with you, Rome. I'm all in on Shelov's. His hockey IQ is similar to Vertanen. Are you talking about Blaze, or are you talking about one of the goalies? Oh, you're talking about Podkolzin. Jack Campbell, resurrection. We would get a haul from the Oilers for taking him. We only need help for this year. Oilers 50% retain, and we get there first, then improve the. Who are you talking? Jack Campbell. You want us to trade for Jack Campbell? I'm good. David, you're entitled to your opinion, bro. You're welcome to your opinion. I'm not on board on this, but maybe this will be good. I thought Jack Campbell was good, but apparently he's not. And the Oilers would be thrilled to do that. Trust me. Adam says Demko will win our first injury cup. Ooh, that hurts. Not another Russian player, please. Right. No, you know what? Look, I want another Russian player. I like Russian players. I am not anti-Russian players. Bure is my favorite player of all time. I loved it that we had Mogilny. I love Kuzmenko. I was happy to have Podkolzin. Too bad he didn't pan out. But I was hoping Tramkin would. I know we got bad situations there, everyone. It's knee-jerk reactions, but let's not say no to Russian players. If they can help us, we keep them. There you go. Since the Canucks are seemingly getting rid of their Russian players, Askarov is off the radar. Yeah. Oh, I know, man. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that is awkward, Adam. That's hilarious and awkward at the same time. I shouldn't say hilarious. It's kind of funny. I shouldn't laugh at that. 10 likes better, but Louis wants to score. Yeah. Hit the like and subscribe, everyone. Van Island Alley. It has been a very, very eventful NHL summer break. The news hasn't stopped. You're right. And in Vancouver, it hasn't stopped. It's really interesting. Adam wants us to keep the goalies we have. Shannon says, I would go with a PTO. Which one, Shannon, would you like? By the way, good to have you here. Demko is Corey Schneider 2.0. Wow, Angelo, I've seen you say that before. Yeah, that's your strong opinion there. Why would you get a new goalie? As I have a feeling that he may be back after a month into the season. Yeah, it's just insurance. It's just in case. Like he was supposed to be back for the playoffs, and here we are. So maybe this injury is a little bit bigger. That's why, Shannon, I believe that this is craziness, because I think something bigger is going on, and I'm getting concerned now. Campbell was just another bad option out there. I still think a long-term play like Askarov would be the best. Yeah, I like that. KJ, Adam loves to be bold, and I don't mind that at all. I think he's like, let me eat. How do you spell Martin Jones? Just like that. Michael says, as long as the Canucks don't end up in a Martin Delia type situation again, I'm good. Could let Jones simmer until he's a PTO. Yeah. That's a tough one. I have a lot of confidence in Shelov's, Shannon says, as he did a great job last year. And wasn't Shelov's the one that we saw take us to the next round and at the watch party when I tripped over your walker? That's exactly. I think it was Shelov's that was in net, Shannon. Good call there. And thanks for reminding me that I bailed. Everyone was laughing at me. That was hilarious. Richard says they can always change Shelov's contract if he proves to be them wrong. That's crazy. He didn't get I'm shocked he didn't get a bigger contract. I'm just thinking about what you're saying here. He's going to get a big contract if he plays a lot of games on a lot of minutes. So, hey, Adam, thank you so much for the membership gift. Gifting it to someone. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really, really, really appreciate it. You're the bomb.com, bro. You're the bomb.com. So thank you. And everyone give them some hype in the chat. I wonder what would be better for Shelov's development, to go all in or to shelter him and continue to build his confidence. I think that Van Isle, that bringing someone in might not be helpful. That's just my opinion. So, KJ, what good goalies do the rest of the Pacific Division have? I mean, Skinner played great in games 4 to 7 in the playoffs, but has struggled in regular seasons and 4 to 7, but that means 1 to 3 he wasn't good. I mean, I think Aiden Hill's good for them. LA's at Talbot. I don't think he's great. He's good. He's not great. I think Demko's the cream of the crop there. Am I missing someone in the Pacific Division? I feel like I'm missing someone significant. I mean, Markstrom's gone. Like who's there? I mean, I must be missing somebody in this Pacific Division. So, Irwin, what do you mean you played yourself? I don't get that comment. So, at least it's not like the Spencer Martin days when we don't even have D or a good backup, right? Mark, Eve, Rev Trev, evening. Okay, evening, Rev Trev. Sorry, it's the slang, it's the lingo of the young people. So my kids would know that one, but evening. Good evening, Mark. It's so great to see you. It's good to connect with you. Jack Campbell has gone to Detroit. Yeah, so that I didn't know that either. I haven't followed the Jack Campbell stuff. When do we start the spring training games? It's real soon. It's so it's in Penticton in your neck of the woods, Carol. I don't know if you can get out and go to a Young Guns or Young Stars classic game. There's Canucks Oilers, Canucks Flames, Canucks Jets games. All our young guys are going to be there. I think Lecker Mackey's going to be there. So that happens. And then training camp is literally in Penticton a couple days later. So you can actually watch them. I watched them last year in Victoria, Carol. So I'd highly recommend you doing that. Richard, that was the best poke check Seeloves against his new teammate, right? Right. Unless I'm not understanding what you're saying there. Maybe I'm laughing about something. 25 likes or I gift myself another membership. Let's do it. I'm definitely worried about Demko. Yeah, a lot of people were. That was funny, wasn't it? And he goes and he does it. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gifting another membership. That's hilarious. No, it was Evander Kane. I thought it was Vanny Desharnais. Okay. And Irwin comes in and gets the gifted membership. That's awesome. Thank you, Adam Lee, for that. We're giving him some hype here. I love it. First membership should not go to me. Okay. Sounds good. As long as we don't have a Corey Luongo situation with Shelovs and Demko down the road. I mean, that's the best case scenario, right? You want two good goaltenders, and this time you don't mess it up by trading one away. Just keep them both. Dreamer says, because, Demko and his injuries, you might need a guy like Shelovs to be Richard says they can't give him bonuses. I forgot to add. Oh, yeah, that's right. Murray, good to have you here. Now, it's New Zealand, right, Murray? Good to see you. I don't know which one, as I don't know which one is good for the Canucks. Yeah. I mean, they'll find out. Well, it shows that Lankinen is the guy that they're looking for right now. So, yeah, it's really no. Oh, yeah, number 2 and number 3. I was going to say Demko's better than those guys. So, yeah, Ingram. I would put Ingram ahead of Skinner, but Skinner's just had a little bit more success. So, I was not booted off. We're all still here. How many games do you think Shelovs plays this season? By the way, Rome, you might have just went to commercial. They do commercials here because I'm monetized. How many games do you think Shelovs plays this season? Well, it all depends on how long Rome. It's not Rome. Sorry, I'm stuck in Rome. How many games Demko's out? But if Demko's healthy, I think Shelovs plays 30 games this year. That's what I think. Yeah, I get it. Adam gifted a sub and got rewarded to himself. That's hilarious. Because it is at random. So second gift went to him. So that's hilarious and awesome. Preseason, when preseason starts, what, end of September, right, guys? Not Markstrom. It would be Demko, right? What, another membership that's gifted? Thank you so much, Adam Lee. You're a blessing tonight. I mean, you're always a blessing, but thanks so much. Thanks so much. Right, New Zealand. I was right. That's awesome. Good to have you here. Darcy Kemper is LA starter. He's solid. I wouldn't say he's fantastic, but he's solid. Adam getting more hype. Erwin says Adam's revenging on YouTube algorithms. That's hilarious. Yeah, lots of hype. Thanks for saying. Okay, cool. All right. I think they just care about winning. The media is one that starts controversy about the starting position. You're right, Richard. That's all they care about. They care about winning the cup. They care about winning games. They care about their players. That's what they care about. So you're right. And Shannon is a legend. She's awesome. Yes, I was thinking 30 games for She Loves as well to keep Demko a little fresher for playoffs. Yep. Chris is in the building. Thanks so much, Chris, last night for coming on, talking about Podkolzin. Loved your in-depth report. Chris, did you see this gem of the Young Guns that I picked up? No, I've had this for years, 4 years to say. And I know it's not your Podkolzin Young Guns, but just showing you. Just showing you. Bragging. How many bots does Al have? Oh, man, I don't know. How many bots does... I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I have no idea. Adam Lee Carroll is yes, Carol is a legend. She is a legend. We absolutely love her too. So, all right, everyone. Chris, you came late to the party. I even messaged you personally that I'm going live tonight, man. And you didn't even see it. I know that sometimes you don't get the notifications. So, but I'm going to call it a night. I need to go to bed. I got to work tomorrow, as many of you do. But I'll answer a couple more and then we're going to be done. This guy that the Canucks have just signed, has he played NHL? Yes, he's played a lot of NHL games. He was part with the St. Louis Blues, Reed, when they won the Stanley Cup. So Sammy Blaze is a guy. So he's in Abbotsford right now trying out for the team. That's what he's doing. He has not made the Vancouver Canucks yet. Adam Lee says, we do not have a 15 to 30 goal combo who can win 60 to 70% of the games. Right. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for coming out. Hope you had a great night. Hope you had a good time. Love that you're all here. If you're watching this later, thank you so much for watching this later. And of course, stay hydrated, everyone. And of course, always, we end the streams the same way. Go Canucks, go.